What's going on, everybody? How we doing today? Curtis, first one in here, of course. What a legend. What's up, Vinny? How we doing? Gonna let a few people get in here before we start things. Yeah, you guys are more than welcome to stick around and engage in the chat while we talk some Flyers hockey. Gonna get started in a few minutes, like I just said, around 2:30. So stay in here. You know, go get a snack, sit back, relax, and enjoy some Broad Street banter with myself, James Torillo. This is episode 14 already. I've been doing this for 14 games already. It's kind of crazy. For those that are new, this is the day after every game. We go live and we talk Flyers hockey. Um, Islanders fans are welcome. Flyers fans are welcome. As long as you're not a Rangers fan, you're welcome here. Charlie, how we doing? Thanks for joining. Gonna give everybody a few minutes, like I said. You guys can start asking some questions or start getting into it if you want. I'll answer some questions to start. That's how it normally goes. This is what is it? It's episode 14, like I said, right, guys? It's pretty crazy. Curtis sharing the live. What of a legend. What a legend. Who do you think's going to win this weekend game? The Flyers, of course. The Flyers. This team is very frustrating. Sellers at the deadline. I sure hope not. I've expressed my thoughts on that every single episode. If you're new, of course, I'll share my thoughts again. Being sellers again and constantly going through this endless cycle of trying to prepare for the future does nothing. It does nothing. Like, I hope they realize that. So, I hope they're buyers. Even if they're a few points out of a playoff spot at the deadline still, I hope they're buyers. I genuinely hope so. Gotta beat Columbus on Wednesday. Gotta beat Boston on Thursday. And then Saturday against Los Angeles is going to be a tough game. But they proved after beating the Avalanche they can literally beat anybody. They can beat anybody. If you can beat the Avalanche this year, you can beat anybody. You aren't beating Columbus. We'll see. We'll see. Got to beat Washington on the third. I agree, Curtis. I agree. Columbus is a wagon. Columbus is about the same as us. Columbus is all right. I wouldn't be too shocked if they snuck into a playoff spot. You're going to be there? That's sick. I'll be there this Saturday, guys. If the Flyers play good, they can win any games. I agree, Charlie. I agree. I 100% agree. They can beat any team in the league. If you can beat the Avalanche by 4 goals and hang a touchdown on them in their arena, you can beat anybody in the league as many times as you want. They just have to play to the best of their ability, which they don't do all the time. And it's extremely frustrating. Extremely frustrating. Well, the Flyers did not have it together last night. We can all agree the Cutter sucks, of course, of course. If we played away every game, we would be the best team in the league. Yeah, that's sad to say, but it's actually true. We're better on the road for some reason. We beat the Avalanche on the road, lost to the worst team in the league, the Rangers, at home. It's a joke. It's unbelievable. It's honestly crazy. It's absurd. Yeah, if you guys have some questions, so I'll do like another 10, 15 minutes of answering questions. Then we'll have some people call in. How do we go from crushing the Avs to not even scoring on the Islanders? That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. I knew we would beat the Avalanche, and I didn't have a good feeling about last night's game because that's just how they are. Coming off a great win, you think they would. It was the same thing against the Ducks, right? I know the Ducks aren't as good as the Avalanche, but you'll get my point in a second. They beat the Ducks. It's a great win. Great win. Probably the best win of the season at that point. And then you're thinking, okay, this will get them going. Maybe a little winning streak coming up. And they lose 6 in a row. Now they beat the Avalanche. Great win. Best win of the season. Think he'll get them going? No, they get shut out at home by the Islanders in a big game, a big division game. So I don't I don't understand it. It's very frustrating. And it's been like this my whole life. They beat good teams, they lose to bad teams. It's how it's been my whole life. Your prediction was completely wrong. So was mine. I had the Flyers winning 4-3. I didn't really have a good feeling, but I'm not going to predict the Flyers to lose ever. Martona Nesbitt can't sign soon enough. I agree. I'm so sick and tired though of hearing. I know the future, the future, the future this, the future that, but I just want to be good now. It's been way too long. We have not had a home playoff game in 8 years. 8 years. You knew from the first 10 minutes we weren't going to score a goal. They got some decent pressure on the power play a few times in the first period. It actually didn't look bad. They just didn't score. So I wasn't that mad about that. And after the first period, they were down 1-0. I was like, okay, that's not great, but they're fine. Then the second period comes around, and you're thinking, all right, they need a good second period here, at least tie the game, at least, at the very least, stay within a goal. And they give up 2 goals, and it's 3-0 after two. Now you're thinking, okay, now they need a miracle at this point. You think maybe they go out there and they at least show heart, maybe score a goal or two, make it respectable. Nope. Nope. They just got nothing going on the whole game. It was a shame. Werenski for Norris. I stopped watching the game halfway into the second. Broad Street Banter's back. Let's go, Johnny. Let's go. But yeah, I'm so frustrated. I guarantee you, all the people tuning into this, I appreciate it because I guarantee all the Philly radio stations aren't talking about the Flyers after last night. They're talking about, what did Jalen Hurts have for breakfast this morning? Ben Simmons still sucks. Like, they're probably not talking about the Flyers at all, and it's very frustrating. Logan, welcome back, dude. How we doing? But I'm so frustrated that the Flyers aren't like the main Philly team. It drives me nuts. I want them to get back to that point so badly. The Phillies still exist. They can talk about the Phillies. I don't like the Phillies, but like that's okay. They're a Philly team, but they should be talking about the Flyers too. You know? What's up? How we doing? Thank you everybody for joining. I'll take some call-ins in a little bit. You guys can keep asking some questions, and I'll take some call-ins in a little bit. It doesn't help every other Philly team is good. Well, the thing is, the Eagles were eliminated in the first round, and when that happened, we were playing well and we were in second place. The Sixers are and the Phillies were a first round exit as well, or technically second round because they had a bye. The Flyers at that point, I truly believe this, and I was making videos about it on this account. I truly believed that they were the best team in Philadelphia at that point, but it didn't stay that long because after I made that video, they lost 6 in a row. So, my bad. Maybe I jinxed them. My bad, guys. My bad. So now we're 4 points out of a playoff spot. I mean, I'm just frustrated. I'm absolutely frustrated. Oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. I was going to bring on a guest today, and I completely forgot again. Guest, if you're watching this, anonymous guest, I'm so sorry. I forgot again. Oh my gosh. Thursday, we will actually do this correctly. I was supposed to bring on a friend of mine, and I completely forgot. I feel so bad. I did this last game too, where he was like, "Yeah, I'll come on Saturday after the Avalanche game." I was like, "Yeah," and I forgot. And I was like, oh, dude, I'm sorry, I forgot. You can come on after the Islanders game. He was like, bet, sounds good. And I forgot again. I'm the substitute guest. Curtis, you can call in a little bit, dude. For sure, for sure. Can I name you two Wings players, as in the Red Wings? Um, um, no, Shane Gostisbehere's not there anymore. Is DeBrincat still there? I don't know anything about the Red Wings. Johnny, of course you can call in. Of course. Kane is still there, and Larkin, obviously. Islander fan, congrats on the win last night. You guys look like a pretty solid team. Schaefer looks so good. Oh, the Philadelphia Wings? Oh. Oh, I cannot name you a single player on the team. I'm sorry, Curtis. I don't follow. I think that's lacrosse, right? That's lacrosse. Yeah, it is. It is. It is. It is. I'm stupid. It is lacrosse. I knew that. I'm not playing dumb. I'm not playing dumb. I knew that. I promise. But I cannot name a player on that team now. I am not a big lacrosse guy. When's Vladar back? He should be back sometime this week. I'm hoping he's back by at least Saturday, hopefully sooner, because he said that he was ready to go against the Avalanche and they rested him just to be cautious, and then he didn't play last night either. So hopefully he's back either Wednesday, Thursday, or Saturday. So hopefully soon. I'll try to keep up with that and I'll make a video as soon as I find out more information for you. Thank you for the follow, Caleb Williams. Stop resting Vladar. I agree, but I also don't want him to get seriously hurt and then be out for the year. Who do we play this week? We got the Blue Jackets on Wednesday, we got the Bruins on Thursday, and we have the Kings on Saturday. I'll be at the game on Saturday. Someone offered me a free ticket, so that's pretty cool. Blue Jackets easy win? I don't know. It depends what version of the Flyers. It depends what version of the Flyers we get. You think Vladdy could be back for the game in Boston? I'm going to that game, me and my dad. I hope so. I think he could be, for sure. Might try and go Saturday. Yeah, I'll be there. So you guys should say what's up. For sure. Absolutely. We beat Colorado, man. Yes, we did. We did beat Colorado, and then we lost to the Islanders, which makes no sense, but that's the Flyers for you. That is the Flyers for you. You don't think Tocchet is the right coach for this team? Oh, boy. Wow. That's a crazy take, Curtis. That's interesting. Wow. What do you guys think about that? Is Tocchet the right coach for this team? Yes or no? For me, it's too early to tell. I think it's too early to tell. I don't have a problem with him, but I don't like. I'm not gonna go out of my way and say he's like a phenomenal coach. Is Vladar coming back on Wednesday, Logan? Is that confirmed? Apparently, the Pedersen rumors were shut down by Flyers management. I heard that. That's a shame. I really wanted him. I really wanted him. That's a shame. We got to trade for a superstar at some point. Because I'm sick and tired of this. Haven't had a superstar in 5 years. We need the bread man. I don't think that's going to happen. Talks of Flyers legend, same with Danny B. Sometimes it just doesn't translate well. I hear you. I hear you. Are they going to make any trades before the deadline? They better. They better. Oh my goodness. Let's look up. Let's look up NHL trade block and see if anything comes up because I'm curious. Because Rasmus Anderson, I wanted the Flyers to get him, the defenseman from Calgary, and he went to the Knights, of course. Let's see. Uh, Braden Shen, apparently. I would take Braden Shen. I know he's old, but I don't care. Sherwood from the Canucks, I'd take him. Hartman from the Wild, I'd take him. Stamkos, bro. Please, please, Stamkos, bro. I would love for Stamkos to come to the Flyers. Ryan O'Reilly, Justin Falk, Marchessault, Blake Coleman, Andre Palat. I mean, I'm fine with trading for any of these guys. Michael Bunting. Honestly, you said Braden Shen last stream. That's funny. Sherwood was traded. You're right. Yeah, I'll take some call-ins now. If anybody wants to call in, I'll take a few. I got pretty much all my thoughts out before I hear some of your guys' thoughts. You miss Simmons? Yeah, me too. Need one more high draft pick? No, no, we need to make the darn playoffs. We need to make the playoffs. I'm tired of having decent draft picks and then going nowhere with them. I want I want to make the playoffs and be respectable again. Curtis, you're in, man. Curtis, how we doing?
Okay, I'm doing great.
Good, good.
I'll explain why I don't think Taka is the right guy.
Okay.
The Pedersen trade got shut down by management because I don't think Taka left on the right path with Pedersen.
Right.
So I think that's why it got shut down. The Flyers have been like around Pedersen for 2 years. We heard it last year. We heard it this year, and nothing.
You're right.
You're right. And Tortorella, we knew wasn't the right guy from first year.
Right, we did.
And then Tocchet, just sometimes legends of your team don't coach well for that team.
Mm-hmm.
And it just annoys me.
We saw that with Berube. We saw it with Hextall as our GM. Just didn't work, you know?
So I say if Briere, the only way we make the playoffs is if we trade for a dude soon. Like a star who can be here for the next 3 to 4 years.
I agree.
So it just, and he has to make them soon because we have a bunch of Metro games coming up. It just scares you because the only way we're making the playoffs is in the Metro. The wild card is stacked with Montreal, with that division, and Boston is there.
Yeah.
So the Metro is the way to go. You know, Pittsburgh, they're always going to be there. So
this is true.
Because of Crosby, he turns into Wayne Gretzky in the last 20 games of the season to save their season every single year.
It's true. It's true.
It sucks, but you have to make a trade soon.
Yeah, I agree. Is there anybody you want to go out and get? Any specific names or not really?
I wanted Pedersen so badly.
Me too.
I know injuries, and then I wanted him so badly. And then I like the Stamkos idea.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll be willing to take on that contract. The only way we can afford that is if we send Couturier is in that deal.
It's true. It's true.
I don't even know how much we're giving him. It's just too much money.
Couturier right now is making a little bit over 7 mil. Stamkos is making 8 mil a year. So I don't know if it would make sense to trade like Coots and a pick for Stamkos, because the whole point of the Predators trading Stamkos is probably to get rid of that salary, which they wouldn't be doing if they got Couturier. But I think we could maybe move Couturier somewhere else in a separate trade to a team that can actually take 7 mil on the cap space. But
The other thing about Couturier is that I think I'd rather bleach my eyes out than watch him play hockey. Because him with Barkey and Tibbet, two guys who have been the best players in our offense, just it's so bad.
you're not wrong.
Because Tibbet is going down, he's making the plays, and then here comes Couturier moving like a turtle into the offensive zone.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. I feel like Tippett sometimes he tries to do too much, but he is a good player. He has so much talent, and he proved that the other night in Colorado with his hat trick. But
Yeah.
Couturier, it's not like, oh, he's just like a slower skater now and oh, he's lost a step. He's a worse hockey player overall after those injuries. And it's really hard to watch because I love Sean Couturier. He's our captain, but I I don't understand why
No, you love the guy as a human being, but as a hockey player, he's one of the worst captains in the league.
it's a shame that he gets this kind of hate, and I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with you, but it's a shame he gets this kind of hate because he's been a Flyer for almost 15 years, and now people are starting to get sick of him. So it's a shame, it's a shame. So, oh, Curtis had to go, I guess, but that kid is so funny. I love that kid. He knows what he's talking about too. It's so funny. He said he moves like a turtle. Never change, Curtis. My TikTok just shut down. That's okay. All good, Curtis. All good. Curtis made a lot of good points, for sure. Let's see. Every coach that leaves the Flyers ends up winning the cup. Yeah, well, that I'm not surprised. They need to bring back the Broad Street Bullies. I've been saying. I've been saying. Been saying that. Feels like they're playing soft. They've been playing soft for decades, man. They've been playing soft for decades. I'm gonna get Curtis back in here so he can finish what he was saying.
Okay, I'm back. I don't know
What's
what
up,
happened.
Curtis? All good, man.
Um, I've been talking about like trades, but let's talk about last night's game and whatever happened.
Yeah. What do you want to talk about?
So, just I don't blame. I've seen like people blaming Harrison for the game, but I don't agree. Cause how are you letting them get down into your own zone and just giving them a shorthanded goal? It's just so bad.
It is
And
bad.
I can't even put into words how bad.
You're frustrated. I can tell, man. You're frustrated.
To the first 20 minutes, I don't know when, but they like pulled up shutouts versus the Flyers, and Sorokin was up there. And as soon as they put it up, I was like, he's going to shut us out tonight.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, it's not his first shutout against the Flyers, that's for sure.
It's like 5.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, man.
Insane.
It's crazy.
And then
It's absurd.
sometimes you miss Tyson Forrester. He was like
Oh, yeah. Big
your
time.
goal scorer. I don't know what he was averaging, but it was almost every night he had one.
Yeah.
And
It's
then
true. It's true. He had over 20 goals his first 2 years in the league.
It's great to see him be like that. And then I was at the game. He got injured. And then I was screaming because I saw like Hathaway, Delorier, and Konechny on the same line. It was
Dude, I know.
so bad.
I know. It's
Like,
it's frustrating, for sure.
Whenever a player goes down, Tocchet has no idea what he's doing. Like,
Yeah. I hear what you're saying.
like Obels, I don't know what game he got injured.
Obels got hurt against the Rangers on that Saturday game.
Yeah, and then the Lions looked atrocious.
Yeah.
Some person just said we need to tank for McKenna.
We're not tanking. We're done
I
tanking.
don't. We don't tank anymore. If McKenna was in last year's draft class, I'd be like, yes.
Yeah.
Just do it. Because we're bottom, but it's just bad. Forrester, Kappa, I think I said that right, said Forrester, when we get Forrester back, Mitchkov is on top of his gamer. And we have Martone and Nesbitt signed.
Someone said Martone will be better than McKenna.
Wrong. That is wrong. It's just, if you think that, something's wrong with your brain. I'm sorry. It's just, McKenna, he's the top dude. I loved the Martone draft pick. But then, you see, I don't even know what it was. McKenna was playing against this, like, green team in the OHL, and he made 3 defenders look stupid.
Yeah.
And then he put it top corner. And then it just, McKenna underperforming all year. Yes, he has been underperforming. I don't even think he's the top guy for Penn State. But
Wow.
if he falls, the teams that didn't draft him are going to regret that for the next 20 years. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. If the Flyers get like a top 10 draft pick, if we get lucky, and he falls to us and we get him, which is probably not going to happen.
Right.
But if Martone, McKenna, and then I don't know who we'd put next to him, but that line would be insane.
It's true.
So,
And like you said earlier, we're sick and tired of that line with Hathaway, Delorier, Coots, all those guys on the same line. It's okay to have a guy like Delorier or have a guy like Hathaway, but you can't have like 3 or 4 of them.
we have 5 of them.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. What I've been saying is move Delorier to defense. Try him out there because he can hit some people.
Really?
Like,
You'd want to move Delorier to defense?
I saw he was practicing defense.
Really? When was this?
At one of the practices, one of like the reporters for the Flyers put out the lines, and it was like the bottom one. It was like Delorier and then Zamula.
Oh, wow.
I saw. I hope that person's right, but I think he would be like decent.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I've seen him suit up in like 10 games. We just have him.
Yeah, it's true. And he's making almost $2 million, which is kind of a lot for the NHL. I don't really
Yeah, I don't
really
know
mess
what
with
Danny
that.
Briere doing. I don't know if he signed when Danny was there, but you got to start sending some guys out.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's annoying at this point. We shouldn't have that high of a cap when we're not the best of teams.
Yeah.
Like the Sharks, 15 million in cap space, and then we have 4 million in cap space. You can't do. You can barely do anything with that.
It's true.
Unless you trade for a decent player with a very, very low payroll, which I just don't. You don't see that anymore.
Yeah.
So
it's tough because you're paying Couturier over $7 million. You're paying Konechny about the same. You're paying Tippett over $6 million. It's a lot of money. And do you think that contract Tippett has is an overpay, or do you think Dvorak's is an overpay?
Dvorak was. Dvorak, I liked him. I still do. But that contract is insane.
Yeah.
For a player who's not a consistent goal scorer.
Right.
So, you It's an overpay. Danny Briere is a great GM at making trades, but with contracts, it's so bad.
You think so?
Yes,
How much would you have paid Dvorak if you were the GM?
not as much as we gave him.
We gave
I'm
him
not.
5 mil for 5 years. What are you thinking? 3 mil, 4 mil?
I'm thinking two. No, yeah, 3 mil.
3 mil?
Because he's 3 mil. He's not a type of guy that's out there giving a point per game.
Right.
It's just
It's true. It's true.
We should have gave him. We should have gave that contract to Zegras.
I agree. I think they'll still pay him though. My goodness, I had a dream last night where we traded Zegras, and I was furious. And I woke up, I was
Is that
so
like a
relieved it was not
nightmare?
real.
Is that like a nightmare instead of a?
That's a nightmare. You're right, Curtis. You're right. You're right.
Do you? Just trying to think. What if we were to trade Zegras, which is very unlikely? What would we get back for him?
Oof. They're not going to trade him. They're not going to trade him. They're going to extend him. Even if it's
I
a
hope.
bit of an overpay, they're not going to trade him. They won't. That's the only guy on the team. I think him, Konechny, and honestly, I don't think Tippett's going to go anywhere. Those are the guys, and Drysdale, because we got him for Cutter. Those are the guys that are like kind of untouchable, in my opinion. I shouldn't say in my opinion. I think in their opinion, those are the guys that are untouchable. They won't trade Zegras.
Drysdale will always. I think he'll stay in Philly the rest of his career just because the Flyers want to keep that statement that we traded a top guy in Cutter Gauthier for him.
Yeah.
And then we would look stupid if we traded him or just let him go.
Yeah, it's true.
We would look stupid. And I think we should have gotten way more for Cutter.
Yeah, I know. I agree. I agree, man. I think a first had to be in that trade. I don't know how we didn't get a first round pick for a guy we took with the 5th overall pick. How do you not get a first round pick in return?
It's stupid.
We basically traded a top 5 pick for a second rounder and Drysdale.
They thought Drysdale was maybe a top guy.
Right.
It's just.
But he's really not.
He's not.
No.
Like, I mean, he's a goal a month player, maybe 2. So, it's just annoying seeing that.
I agree. I agree, man. I agree. It's very frustrating, and it's a shame that we have to come on half these episodes lately and talk about the frustration about how they lose. So they better turn things around quick, you know.
The only way I see us like squeezing into the playoffs is if Briere makes moves like now.
I agree.
Not at the deadline. Not in a month or so. Now. This week or in the next 2 weeks, because we face a bunch of Metro opponents. And that's the only way we get in the playoffs.
I agree.
With the Metro.
I 100% agree, man.
It's just tanking for the last 5 years doesn't really sit right with Philly.
I agree.
You're seeing the Eagles, they just won a Super Bowl. The Phillies are always a playoff team. And then you look over at the Xfinity Mobile Arena, who has changed their name every year. And it's like poverty. I don't think that stadium has seen a championship or a banner.
No, it hasn't.
In 10 years.
I don't think it ever has.
It's just so bad.
It's terrible. I agree, man. I agree. I share your frustration for sure. It's extremely frustrating when, you know, I've been doing this my whole life, rooting for the Flyers, and they haven't taken that step in the right direction in 15 years. It's unbelievable.
Like, do we sell the team? Do you see that as a option?
They're never going to sell the team, I don't think. I don't think that's going to happen.
Like ever since Ed Snyder died. It's just been downhill.
You're right. You're right. He's rolling in his grave right now. The way this team is being handled, and
He's
it's a
looking
shame.
away at a franchise which has been labeled as one of the scariest teams to
Yep,
face.
it's true.
So, and they're saying brick by brick, we're building downwards. It's been downwards every year.
Yeah, it's true. And it's like you want to take that step in the right direction. 2 years ago, they almost made the playoffs. All right, you take the step in the right direction, and then last year they get worse.
We
So
got
it's like,
worse.
how does that happen? And now this year, we might not make the playoffs again. We haven't had a home playoff game in 8 years. 8 years. It's
And
unbelievable.
I hate when, I know you've said this, but Philly radio stations need to talk about the Flyers. The Flyers are giving them nothing to talk about.
It's true.
They're second. They're second in the Metro. They're gonna choke again, like they've done every singular year. So unless the Flyers can get a number 2 seed in the playoffs, get some Flyers playoff hockey in Philadelphia, they're gonna keep talking about the Eagles, the Phillies, the Sixers. The Sixers are getting better every year. So
It's true.
we can't. They're going forward. We're going backwards.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're spot on with everything, dude. I mean, I don't even have to say anything. You're absolutely correct in everything that you've said. I I'm gonna let somebody else come on and join, call in real quick. But do you have any last thoughts before I do so?
Um, who is an unexpected guy you think the Flyers could get?
Ooh.
Nobody thought of this. I don't think anybody thought of Sherwood going to the Sharks. I
Right.
think that's where he went. So, who is someone you wake up and you get a notifications the Flyers trade, because it was 9 p.m. when we traded away
Frost and Farabee.
Farabee. I was literally about to go to bed, and then I get the notification the Flyers trade Joe Farabee and Morgan Frost for Kuzmenko, Peltier, and a second.
Yeah, that's right. And then we traded Kuzmenko for a third.
I don't know what.
Which made no sense.
He came in. I think he had 3 goals in 6 games. He was perfect with Mitchkov.
It's true.
Mitchkov publicly said he loved Kuzmenko. The first 2 days.
Yeah, everybody did. He should have stayed.
And then we just sent him off with the Kings, and the Kings have been great. Kuzmenko's been a key factor in that team.
Yeah.
So
you're absolutely right. By the way, to answer your question, I would say a guy that I'd want us to trade for is Jordan Cairo. Would you agree with that?
Yes, 100%. Cairo. I think I said that.
Yeah, I think you did.
Cairo, getting him was, I don't even know if that's his brother.
It is.
Okay, it is. You bring up Tomasino and Cairo, and then send down Hathaway and Delorier.
I agree. I think that would be a great move.
Because the Tomasino, I haven't heard anything about him ever since we traded him.
Right? They've said nothing about him. It's crazy.
People were saying Danny Briere masterclass, and then I haven't heard. I think the trade was about a month ago. I haven't heard anything.
Yeah.
About him.
He hasn't played a single game as a Flyer yet, and we've had guys get hurt, and he still hasn't been called up. So
it's stupid. And then they brought up Lane Peterson.
Yeah. That makes no sense to me. Who I've barely noticed. He's been invisible out there. I don't expect him to do anything crazy, but he hasn't done anything, in my opinion.
Spice or DM 606 send down your captain if anybody. What is that going to do? We're still paying him.
Curtis has got a point. Again,
We're still paying him.
it's true.
Like I think he brings good morale. I think that's the only reason he's still here.
Yeah.
Is because his teammates love him. So even trade away Hathaway or Delorier, we can't. Who wants him?
Yeah, nobody's gonna take them unless we trade them for like a 7th round pick or something.
For a toothpick and a toothbrush. That'd be the return.
It's true. It's true.
Who would want the salary of Couturier? That's the thing. People say just trade Coots for picks or trade him for a whatever, just a bum player. No one's gonna take $7 million for a player that can't score. So
Yeah.
you gotta think about that.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, dude.
It just sucks.
It does. It does, and it's frustrating. And I hear your pain, man. How long have you been a Flyers fan? I think I asked you this last time.
2 to 3 years.
2 to 3 years. Okay. So we're gonna have to wait and see, man. We're gonna have to wait and see. Hopefully they can turn things around soon. I don't know how soon it's gonna be, but everything you said was right. You know what you're talking about. But I'm gonna let somebody else join. But thank you so much for joining, calling in, and I really appreciate it, man. Go Flyers.
All right, go Flyers.
Have a good one, Curtis. Dude, that kid is the man. I love that kid. He knows what he's talking about too. It's awesome. So awesome. I say give TK the C with Tippett, Zegras, and Michkov wearing the A's. What about Sanheim? Can't forget about Sandy. All right, I'm gonna let some more guests in for a few minutes, and then we're gonna wrap things up. But I'm gonna let Carson in, and then T, I'm gonna let you in.
Yo,
What's up, Carson? How we doing? Welcome to the show.
doing pretty good.
Sweet. Thoughts about last night's game?
Uh, Pretty brutal. I was there. His first game I was able to make it to in a couple months. And
Oh wow.
it was brutal.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
sorry to hear that. What's your biggest takeaway from last night's game, or just anything overall?
Uh, we just look like loose everywhere.
Yeah.
We just look like we're not communicating. We just look like we're not even like, I don't even know.
Yeah.
The thing I wanted to talk about is I personally think Ristolainen is one of the worst current contracts in hockey.
I wouldn't mind moving him either. He's making 5 million, right? And
Yeah.
he doesn't do that much. So I agree with that. I would be fine with moving him too.
The Dvorak thing, I kind of like that because Zegras is loving him, and I mean he's not a point per game, but neither is Connecting. Connecting's making 8 million, so
Right. It's true. It's true. How much would you want to be paying Ristolainen if it were up to you?
do you know how much Jamie's getting paid? Isn't it 4 or something?
Jamie, I think it's a little less than that. I think it's 2 or 3 something. I think.
I would pay Risto 2.5 to 3, depending on how many years.
3. Okay. Okay. I think that's fair. 5 is too much.
Yeah, way too much. He's not even our top line.
I agree.
He's not. He's maybe our top 4D.
Yeah, it's true. If we moved him, is there anybody that you'd want to go out and get?
I want to get Kyrou really bad. But
Yeah.
The thing is Risto's got not that much trade value, but we could put him in there.
It's true. We need a defenseman though.
Yeah. I want to know your thoughts on this. I think we should have drafted Hagens instead of what's his name? Martone.
Martone.
But now Now I'm not regretting it as much, but in the moment I was like so mad we didn't draft Higgins.
Yeah. In the moment, I was mad too. I wanted Higgins that night, but we got Martone, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm really excited for Martone to come up. I can't really judge the draft pick until I see both of them play in the NHL for a good amount of time, which neither of them have yet. So we just gotta wait it out, wait and see. But I think I think Martone is gonna be a really good player. I don't think that's crazy to say. I think that's a pretty obvious statement. Um, However, I think
I think
Higgins will
he's
be
gonna
too.
end up being
So
sorry.
no, you're good.
I think he's gonna end up being a guy like Bennett Seneke or somebody like that.
Mm.
Like a young stud.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Is there any other moves you want the Flyers to make before the deadline?
I would have to look at who's like on the last years of their contract looking for trades, but
Right.
we gotta get we need Vladar back. We don't need goalies anymore, but we need better defense. If there's any
We do.
defensemen out there. White Cloud
Yeah.
already got traded, which
Yeah.
sucks.
So did Anderson. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be tough to find anybody. But before I let you go, any last thoughts? Do you feel like what do you think is the biggest need for the Flyers right now? Defense, I'm assuming you would say, since you were talking about Ristolainen.
Yeah. I would say defense, and I don't know, like the Mitchkov situation, he's gotta develop someday or another. Like he's gotta come up to what he's supposed to be.
Right. And when you say that we don't need goalies, what do you mean by that? Because I feel like that's a pretty big issue with the team right now, especially with Vladar hurt.
Well, yeah, I'm saying Vladar's hurt, but I mean, I'm
Right.
not saying we need one enough to go out there and trade for a goalie. We just need
Okay.
Vladar back.
Okay. Would you want to
As
trade
long
for
as
a
we don't,
backup to go with Vladar?
that's the thing. Erson sometimes could be at a 910, and sometimes he could be at an 850. So you never really know with him.
Right.
And every goalie we've ever given away in the past 9 years has ended up either a Stanley Cup champion or a top 5 goalie. So look at Bobrovsky, Lyon,
Yeah. Well,
Vlasic.
I don't think Lyon's that good, but he's
Last
yeah.
year or the year before, he was pretty good. He was lighting it up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go insane if we finish like 2 spots out of a playoff spot and then get a 15th overall and like go nowhere.
Yeah.
Which is what we've been doing for the last like 5 years.
Would you rather them just tear it up completely and tank, or do you want them to push for a playoff spot?
If we're not top 4 in the Metro by the All-Star break, then I would tear it up.
Okay. That's respectable.
The
Well,
thing is the Metro is like
yeah.
Blue Jackets are last and they have a winning record.
Right. Well, Rangers are last right now, but Blue Jackets are right ahead. I know what you mean. Blue Jackets are right ahead of them, yeah.
Oh yeah, the Rangers.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate your input, and you're more than welcome to stick around and watch and go Flyers, all right?
Yeah, go Flyers.
Take care.
See ya.
All right. I'm going to add one more. All right, I'm going to add one more, and then we'll wrap it up. I did say I would add T, so I'm going to add him.
Yo,
What's up, man? How we doing?
not great.
No.
Not great.
No, not at all. What are your thoughts on last night's game?
Man, I said it in the chat earlier. I didn't even watch past halfway through the second.
Yeah.
I turned it off.
As soon as that game was 3-0, you knew it was over. It's a shame.
Yeah, we had some good plays, some good opportunities in the beginning. Like I thought, opening start. I was thinking this is gonna be great. This is gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a good game, and then we get shut out.
Yep.
It's
a
a
shame.
problem.
It is a problem, and it's a problem that they look like such a good team sometimes, and then they don't. It's
Yeah.
like a switch that goes on and off. It's so frustrating.
Curtis said, "Oh shit, it's the car dude."
The car dude.
Car dude.
That's funny.
Hey, I made a video not in my car earlier.
This is
just
true. This is true.
Yeah, because I fell asleep. Yeah, but
What are your
uh,
predictions for the rest of the week for Columbus, Boston, and LA? How many points do you think the Flyers get in these 3 games?
I think we beat Columbus.
Okay.
I'm hoping for a sweep, but I'm thinking we may only beat Columbus, honestly.
Really? Okay. We tend to struggle against Boston, whether Boston's good or bad, and Boston's hot right now.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a tough game.
I don't know much about the LA Kings. If they were like top of the league, I'd say we're going to beat them 7-3.
Yeah, it's true. They're a good team, so we'll probably beat them.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna say we beat Columbus and LA.
Okay,
Columbus.
I like it. I like it. I like it a lot.
Hopefully, push Boston to OT.
I like it.
If we're gonna lose,
I would take 5 points over this 3 game stretch. Absolutely, 100%. I'd take that.
that would. I'm not predicting that. That's just the hopes. I think we may only get 4, but that's still pretty good too.
I like it. Columbus is hot right now too, so that's gonna be a tough game. It's a tough stretch, but
Yeah.
they're gonna find a way to get a few points. I can guarantee it.
You know who else was hot? Vegas. Look what happened to them.
This is true.
We
This is
beat
true.
'em.
They had won 7 in a row. We had lost 6 in a row. We beat them in regulation. So that's just what the Flyers do, I guess.
Man, it's rough though. They really need to make some kind of trade like now. I say we go for Breadman. I really do. Panarin. I want him.
Really? What would you give up? Would you throw Tippett in the deal?
I was about to say Tippett, yeah. I was gonna say Tippett and the Leafs first, but Panarin's getting on the older side.
Tippett and the one we got from Lawton.
Yeah.
So it would basically be Tippett and Lawton for Panarin. I would do that.
I don't know, like, if that would be worth it. It would definitely be worth it if Panarin was a little younger.
Right. 100%. But he's what, 34? Something like that. He's not that old. Like I feel like he's like probably 34, I would say.
Maybe Tippett and 2 second-round picks.
I don't mind it. I know a lot of people are going to be very hesitant in trading Tippett because he's young, but I would do it for Panarin. I would. Yeah. I hate to say it because you know how I feel about the Rangers, but
I like Tippett, especially since he just got a hattie against the Avs. But
yeah.
Sometimes you got to trade good players for better players, and Panarin would take this team to another level.
I agree. He would help the power play so much. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. We have a good PK. We have a pretty good PK. We
at times.
A lot of short-handed goals. It's insane.
Yeah, it's true.
I wish the Hershey Bears got as many short-handed goals as the Flyers got. It's crazy. You rarely see that in Hershey.
Yeah,
but
it's true.
It'd be real nice to have Panarin.
It would be. It'd be great. I know a lot of people don't agree with it, but a lot of people are just honestly. I'm going to say something, and I'm just going to put my foot down, and I'm going to say it. So many Flyers fans are so scared to make a move that goes into the right direction instead of tanking again. They're so scared to do it, and I don't get it. We've been trying to rebuild and do this for a decade now. Where has it gotten us? The first round of the playoffs, the second round of the playoffs in 2020.
Yeah.
Go try to make the playoffs. Try to win hockey games. Put butts in seats, and go from there. Look at 2010. Yeah. We barely snuck into the playoffs, and we were 2 wins away from the Stanley Cup. We were an overtime win away from forcing Game 7 in the Stanley Cup. Yeah. Why can't that happen again? Now, I'm not saying that this team's capable of winning the Stanley Cup, but they're capable of making the playoffs, and especially if they go out and get a guy like Panarin.
They're capable of a lot more than what they're showing out on the ice.
I agree.
We saw it against the Avs.
Right.
They can be a top team in the league.
I agree.
If they really tried. We need Tippett to step up. We need Konechny to step up. We need Michkov to step up.
Curtis said the Canes have just talked to the Rangers about Panarin. That would be scary if the Hurricanes got him. That is not good for us if that happens.
If Panarin isn't going to go to Philly, they should trade him outside of the division.
I agree.
Like,
Trade him somewhere out west.
That's a little selfish for us to say.
Yeah.
But, I don't want to see him in the division anymore if he's not coming to Philly.
I agree. I 100% agree.
One problem with the team, and they advertise it like it's a good thing. Like, when the game is opening, they put it on, like, the opening thing, saying they're trying to get better for the future, but they're also trying to get better now. You need to commit to one.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. You need to commit to one.
You can't have both. It doesn't go hand in hand.
It's in that commercial. They're like they're trying to get better for the future, but they're also getting better for now. How are they getting better now when they haven't made the playoffs in 5 years? How is that getting better?
Here's how you get better now. Trade for Panarin. Trade for a top goalie. Spend hella draft picks. And get a good forward and a good goalie. That's what you need. And figure out defense, honestly.
Yeah.
Just defense, don't trade for a defender. Just work with what you got. Solid goalie, solid forward. That would be amazing. If you're going to get better for the future, trade Tippett, trade Coots, keep Zegras.
Yeah.
and develop Barkey and Michkov, wait for Martone and Nesbitt before you start to commit to a win now mode.
I agree. I agree.
You cannot have both. You need to commit. And they're not committing. That's the biggest problem this organization has. And honestly, I think Comcast needs to sell the team to a private owner, not a corporation.
I agree.
That's another one of the biggest problems with this team. Comcast does phones. They do phone service and TV.
Yeah.
Like, it's they don't know how to run a hockey team.
No, they don't.
That's a problem.
They don't. It's very frustrating.
They need to sell it. I don't care to who. Sell it to the one Shark Tank guy that owns the Dallas.
Oh, yeah, Mark Cuban. Yeah.
Yeah, Mark Cuban. Sell it to Mark Cuban. I don't care.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not. His team's traded, like, I don't even know I don't follow basketball.
Oh, they traded Luka, but that wasn't his fault.
Luka, yeah. Yeah, Luka.
Someone said Ed Snyder passing away was the worst thing to ever happen to Philly hockey. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah. And a lot of people saying we need to bring back the bullies. I 100% agree. Here's how you do that. Trade for Reeves and trade for Bennington. And maybe Kachuk. Maybe one of the Kachuk brothers.
You need a Kachuk brother. You need to trade about 80% of the guys on the team right now because a lot of them, I hate to say it, but a lot of them are kind of soft.
Yeah.
I hate to say it. Curtis said the Buffalo Sabres have inquired about Rasmus Ristolainen. That's interesting.
Okay.
What would we be getting, though?
Lyon. Maybe we could throw...
Alex Lyon?
Maybe throw that guy... I'm not going to try and pronounce his last name. Throw that guy in, Erson, maybe a pick or two, like late-round picks, and we get Lyon.
Not a bad idea. We would need another defenseman, though, if we're going to trade Ristolainen.
Yeah. Is Tage Thompson, is he a...
They're not going to trade him. They're not going to trade him. No way. I would love Tage Thompson as well, but they're not going to trade him. He's their best player, besides Dahlin.
Dude, there's a former Hershey...
To your pause, I don't know if you meant to do that.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to figure out who the Hershey Bear on the Sabres is.
Oh, okay.
He was good in Hershey. I'd love.
Gotcha. Are you on here giving hockey advice and you don't know who Tage Thompson is? I know exactly who Tage Thompson is. I never said I didn't.
Beck Mallenstein.
There you go.
Mallenstein.
There you
I
go.
would like to have Beck Mallenstein in that trade.
Wow.
He was a good fighter, so if we're gonna go for the bullies, we could take Beck Mallenstein, honestly.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea.
Do you need a internet upgrade? No, I keep going to Google. That's what's happening. Yeah, but
Yeah. Well, I appreciate your input. By the way, guys, this is T. He makes videos here for JTSN for the Flyers. He's been doing a great job so far. So go show him some love on the page when he makes his posts. Go interact with them. Newer Flyers fan, correct?
yeah, I wasn't even really following the NHL up until midway through this season. So
There you go. And he's already making some good content.
the car dude.
The car dude, yes, he's already making good content for us. So go show him some love. But
and I'm gonna work on getting like a tripod for my phone, and I may start going live here and just like playing NHL.
I love it.
Talking to chat.
I love it.
So that's once I get the money for the tripod.
You can find one on like Amazon for like $15.
Oh yeah, I know. I was looking, but I'm a little poor right now. So.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
thank you so much for joining. Thank you for your input, and as always, go Flyers. All right.
Go Flyers.
All right, guys. That's gonna wrap it up for episode 14 of Broad Street Banter. We hit over the hour mark for Broad Street Banter. Thoughts on Mayor banned Flyers? Not happy with him? I don't think that's true. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And yeah, go Flyers. We will see you guys Thursday for the next episode. And if you're not following, please follow Joe. Thank you so much for watching. God bless. And